Welcome my viewers. I want to take you through the rows of indices. I have about 6 of them and example in each. Now let us start with the first one. The first law of indices, a to power n multiplied by a to power m is the same as, so a can be any number. It can be 2, it can be 3, provided that this is 2, this is 2, this is 3, this is 3. So and n is any number. It can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, 5, any number, provided they are not the same, the powers are not the same, but the bases are the same. Now if you have two numbers, a to power n multiplied by a to power m, it is the same as you take one of the bases. These are bases. This is base, this is power, this is base, and this is power. It is the same as you take one base and you add the powers. When the sign is multiplication here, you just add the powers, so you get n plus m. I have an example here. For example, 2 raised to power 3 multiplied by 2 raised to power 2. Here in our case a is 2, our a is 2, and here I'm assuming that n is 3 and here m is 2. Therefore it is the same as you take one of the bases. These are the same, the bases, so you take one of them, 2, then you add the powers, this and that, so 3 plus 2, which is the same as 2. When you add 3 plus 2, you get 5, which is the same as 32. So you can use your calculator to verify that. Now the second law of indices is the second law. I will use a to power n divided by a to power m, provided that the bases are the same, only the powers are different. So is equals to, you take one of the a's and you subtract the powers when this is division sign. So you take the first one, but you must have the first one minus the second one, not the other way around. So you shall have n minus m. And here I have an example. Assuming that a, now the base a is, let me take 2, so a will be 2, so 2 to power, let me take this as 3, 2 to power 3 divided by 2 to power, let me take m as 2, is the same as, you take 2, one of the bases, then if the sign is division, you subtract the powers starting with this one, the first one, you subtract the second one, not the other way around. So you take 3 subtract 1, so 3 subtract 1, so it is base 2 to power 3 minus 1, you get 2, and 2 to power 2 or 2 squared is equals to 4. You can take your calculator to verify that. Now the third law, a can be any number raised to power n, then raised to power another power like m. You just multiply the powers, a raised to power n, then raised to power m, you just take this and raise to power n times m. So you take a, then raised to power n multiplied by m, like that. So you get a n multiplied by m, it is m. Here I have an example. Let me take a as 2 raised to power 2, then raised to power 3 is the same as 2. You take this 2, then raised to power, multiply the powers, raised to power 2 times 3, which is the same as 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, 2 to power 6, which is the same as 2 to power 6 is 6, 4. You can have your calculator and verify that. Now another rule of indices, the number 4. If you take 1, you divide by a to power negative n. A can be any number, n can be any number, but now it is negative. It is the same as you find the reciprocal of 1 over a to power negative n. You find the reciprocal. You just, these ones, you swap them. This one becomes the denominator and this one becomes the numerator. So this one becomes the numerator. So it becomes a. Then the power will be positive. This one you change the sign to negative. The sign of the power, it was negative, so it becomes positive n. If it was positive n, here we could have written negative n. And I have an example. 1 over 2, I'm assuming 2 to be a, 2 power negative 1, so n is 1, is the same as, you find the reciprocal. This one becomes the numerator, so, and the sign changes to positive, so you take 2 to power positive 1, which is the same as 2. You can have your calculator and verify that. Another law of indices, I have any number a raised to power 0. Any number raised to power 0 is 1. For example, e.g., 2 raised to power 0 will be 1. 2 raised to power 0 is equals to 1. You can have your calculator and verify that. The last, now the rule of indices. The last rule of indices, the sixth one, a raised to power n multiplied by b raised to power n. Here the powers are the same but the bases are different, is given by, you multiply the bases, a multiplied by b, then the answer you raise to power, these are n's, so you take 1 of n raised to power n. And I have an example here, e.g., when a is 2 raised to power, let me say 2, assume the n is also 2, multiplied by b is 3 and power 2, they are the same, but the powers are the same. This is n, this is n, and this is 2, this is 2. You multiply the bases are these ones, 2 times 3, 2 times 3, then you raise to power, you take one of the powers, 2, this is 2, this is 2, and that is 2. It will be equal to 2 times 3, 6, then raised to power 2, or 6 squared, which is the same as 36. Thank you for watching. Just subscribe to get more videos.